Glad you guys
Thank
enjoyed
you.
my insight.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
now back in the actual insight
True.
of the opposite spectrum of why Marvel Rivals is actually a really good game. One of the number one reasons why Marvel Rivals is popping off right now is because damn near every single modern game
Sucks dick.
is ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I had to choose between playing Overwatch 1 or Marvel Rivals, I'm going to tell you, to be fair, Overwatch is still the better game. It's more superior, as better frames. It actually matters on the things that you're able to do in that game. That game is fundamentally far more superior to Marvel Rivals. For the fact that Tencent, the Chinese company that does own, the majority of games like Genshin Impact, what was it, Doom Immortal, or sorry,
Mhm.
Diablo Immortal,
Yeah, he's in.
the new Destiny game, Uprising, that's supposed to be coming out, that I pray to God no one fucking touches
Good.
because again, Dustin kind of needs to die right now.
Good.
But fact of the matter is, like right now, Tencent is doing a much better job than damn near every Western developer right now.
I mean, yeah, no, I saw
Like when you
a
look at other
thread.
live service games, I mean, hell, Sony just got done killing what, up to 8 live
10.
service games that they
10.
had in production.
Yup.
8? Like what the flying fuck? They had a God of War game, they had a Last of Us
You know
game,
what's
they had
crazy is
a
that as much as I
fucking
hate the lights,
Twisted
dude, the
Metal.
God of War and the Last of Us ones would have cooked. They would have cooked.
I honestly think they wouldn't have cooked, mainly because like the way how they were gonna go about like
Oh.
their live service. That was the
Oh.
one thing that was
Okay.
going to kill
Fair.
it. Like the
True.
fundamentals of the game themselves are gonna be fucking great,
But the
but
live
like
service was gonna kill it. Yeah. 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 I can see
yeah,
that.
basically for those who don't know, think the way how they do monetization in Destiny, they
Oh,
were gonna
worse.
implement that into these games.
Mm,
Ew.
Far worse.
mm.
Ew.
Yeah. That's something that they weren't talking about. But like, fact of the matter is, the reason why Sony went out and bought Bungie is not because they wanted Bungie games. No, they wanted the live service implementation in all of their live service games that were supposed to be coming out. And part of the reason why that they wanted to kill off a lot of these other games, because they kind of felt like, since Marathon, which is another Bungie game, is going to be coming out and it's going to be its own live service game, they
Dude,
don't really want to have all these other games eating each other
you
up.
know, you
So
know
they're
what I
like, okay,
realized?
you're gonna have a lot of
I
these.
realized I think I have another word that gives me the ick when it comes to gaming. Besides, every time I hear open world, I'm like, ah, you know the meme where the dude takes the headphones off? That's me in open world. Now I think
Mhm.
every time I hear live service, I'm like, ah, or 30 FPS. Those are my three horsemen of the I'm not playing that shit. Open world, 30 FPS, or live service. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not touching that shit.
You know, what matters, like the way how Sony ended up just killing all of these off shows like what behind the scenes a lot of these people were fucking thinking about, because I think they're starting to realize that maybe not having 120 different fucking live service games all at once is a good idea for the gaming community, because obviously everyone has to attach to just one game.
Dude,
And
yep.
if we have 29 games and we want all these players to play all 29 games and we want them to spend hundreds of dollars a year in order for them to play all of these games,
No.
clearly someone's going to go broke at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
yeah, it was going to cause a major collapse in the fucking gaming community. Fact of the matter is, people are fucking broke. And the reason why they're
Yeah,
fucking broke has nothing to do with gaming. It has to do with everything that's an outside factor of gaming itself.
literally.
Now,
Mhm.
what does this have to do with Marvel Rivals? Marvel Rivals is literally the type of live service that people like. What do I mean by that? This is an absolutely free game.
Mm-hmm.
You could just do absolutely just play with casuals. You could go into ranked, or they have different events. Like right now, they're about to have the Lunar event where basically you're just playing soccer with who is it? With like three different characters. I think it was like Namor, Mantis, and I think Star Lord. But like they're
Mhm.
all dressed up in like special skins that are like indicative of like the Chinese lunar year that's about to happen.
Oh, now they're trying to
So,
force
Mm.
their ideals in their game. Oh, they're wild for that.
oh man, you already knew this shit was gonna happen. But like the whole funny thing about this situation is the fact that this game is at least giving people a variety of things to do and not just one fucking thing. Like
True. Yeah, we talked about
for
it earlier.
example, last month they had the Jeff the Shark game where basically you had to like use your water power to like just ice the entire fucking field, and you had to do more of the map than the other team, and of course like it
Mhm.
will be a battle between like who's basically coloring the map better than the other team. And then like of course you're able to use Jeff the Shark's ultimate where you're able to like scoop people up, and as people would like to do, the whole Kirby strategy, you eat people up and then you throw them off the map along with yourself in order for your team to have enough time to
Kirby
play.
strategy.
Yeah,
Fuck.
like like literally, it's like little shit like that is what makes the game so fucking entertaining. And the fact that you're able to earn shit, like for example, if you make it up to certain ranks, you do unlock skins for characters.
Okay.
Like if you use the Punisher and you make it up to like platinum rank, you get a special skin for it. Or like same thing with like Moon Knight or like all these other characters. Like whichever your favorite character is, if you use them and you go in like ranked or like you do a certain amount of accolades on your character, you do unlock skins and different emotes and shit for your character. So without even touching the battle pass, you're already able to earn shit. And then they also have a battle pass where they do give you a lot of free stuff off the battle pass, but obviously if you do spend a little bit of money, which is like what, $8 to $10, you're able to get a lot more cooler shit. And the crazy thing is, these battle passes do not expire. Yeah, like yeah, they 100% did the Halo Infinite route. And another successful game that does that well as well is Helldivers. Like every single battle pass in Helldivers that has passed, I'm able to acquire everything from old battle passes and still continue on building until I get to the new battle pass. Right now, I'm on like the second or third battle pass in fucking Helldivers, and like it's just enjoyable to be able to like unlock everything over time and not have to worry about it being fucking deleted off the fucking game. Like it's never going to happen, which I love that. And the more they add to the game, the better it gets. And that's basically where I am with Marvel Rivals. Like they just keep on adding great content, makes a really mediocre game a lot of fun. Like I don't have to go extra ham in this game, and it's very easy to actually level up in this game. All you really need is just like a team that at least knows the direction that they're going into, and you're perfectly
You
fine.
know, that's
Like
a real
you like
problem
even if you
is games take way too long to level up. I think that's a core issue, dude. They take way too long to level anything up.
which I will say another thing too, like Marvel Rivals. The reason why it's again, it's moderately easy to fucking level up in this game. Everything about this game is simple, it's fun, and if you want to get into the like nitty gritty of it, you can. And like the higher level you get, like obviously you're finally gonna like meet actual competition. Hell, it's even up to the point they just barely discovered that they threw bots in the game for like early on players that are like really really bad, so then they don't always have to go against like super sweats.
I mean,
Sometimes
that
they
should
just
be a
go against
standard.
the
I'm a
entire
cap.
fucking.
As much as people hate it, that really just should be a standard. As someone who you already know, I play
Honestly, it
fighting
should.
games. I teach people, and as someone who's a dev, like, no, 100%. Like, most people need to win something, especially if you're online focused and you don't have offline. Bro, ain't no one gonna sit here and get the ass beat for 10 games straight. I don't care if it's COD, Homo Watch, or Street Fighter. Ain't no one sitting here trying to get the ass beat for free. They need to get a dub.
Okay.
I mean, hell, for COD, that's where you play casuals, and you're supposed to be able to fucking run casuals and not have to sweat every single game. But it does happen now, simply just because they feel like, oh, if everyone has a 50% win rate, then everyone should be happy, right?
And it's funny because
Right.
Battlefield 2042, why I actually like it. I know people hate it. Besides some of the stuff, I don't think it's that egregious. It has bots. Like I like playing against bots because I just want to play the game. I don't give a shit about playing against other people. And like I said, FPS games have way too many cheaters and way too many sweats. Like, dude, I literally just want to experience the game. I don't give a fuck about other people.
And you know what? I'll add a little extra to that Battlefield 2042. Another reason why that game is a shit ton of fun is the fact that, yeah, you play against bots, but like that occasion where you do find like a pretty decent player on the other side and it kind of turns into like a bit of a rivalry, you have that battle. It's fucking crazy.
You know what? That is true.
And yeah, I agree. Like right now, Battlefield 2042 is actually not a bad game. When it first came out, it was fucking garbage.
Yeah, no, 100.
But let's be honest, that's again the majority of these games. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
they update the game.
Wait, I was about to say, Mar, you gotta join us. I don't know if you told me that. I don't know if you know, but me and Vile and Codes every now and then we like to put just us versus an entire team of bots, bro. It is the funnest. I love modes like that where it's like me versus an army. Dude, no, those modes. I did this myself back in the day. This is why I like Battlefield 22. It reminds me of the golden era of PS2 and PS3 where games actually had bots and it was common. And if you didn't have people to play with, you're like, okay, me. And you put on the other team all the bots, and you put them like either medium or hard, and you just have a hoot. And no,
yeah,
dude,
I used to do that shit all the time in fucking Star Wars Battlefront.
yeah, literally, it's like
that game, and I guess they did fucking fix it. We could actually do that very same thing in fucking Star Wars Battlefront, like the old school content.
Yeah, we should do both. We should do both for sure. I mean, I don't know if they let you if the enemy team has AI online. Obviously, I know offline, so I don't know about online though. Because me and Chris are playing. Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, but no, definitely Like I said, I think I'll like it in Battlefront. We'll do it, and it's fun. I'll just have fun with Battlefront. But I think with Battlefield, like, no, dude, Dude, we literally had to strategize and plan. Like, oh, we had Cody throwing smokes. I came in with the tank. Viles getting the objective, and we're popping up. Like, did we get it? And then we get killed. Like, oh, they fucking disarmed them. Like, dude, no, dude. I have clips. It's in my clip. Remember the best of? I think you might have seen one where I was holding all of them back with the fucking shield.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
And I was waiting for Code and Vile. Like, dude, where the fuck are you? It's like shit. No,
Wow.
dude. That shit is fun. That's why to me Battlefield as much shade. First of all, I think 5 is trash. I think Fad's my trash. I don't know how people went back to 5 over 2042. I'm like, that shit's ugly. It looks like ass. It plays like ass. I don't like playing this bitch. Literally, like that. To me, what really turned me off is the whole. Oh my god, we got a disabled woman on the cover. I'm like, all right, I'm hitting now. Like I don't got beef with a disabled woman, but it's clearly woke as fuck. I'm like, I'm fucking off.
In terms of the Battlefield franchise, like, because I was a huge fucking advocate for Battlefield 4 being a fucking amazing game, and then Battlefield 3 kind of like being like the start of like the popularity of Battlefield.
Absolutely.
Like, I feel like Battlefield 3 started the popularity, and then it just kept going until Hardline came out, and then Hardline was meh.
I mean, I like
the
best way to put it. Battlefield Hardline's a good game. It's definitely not a Battlefield game. It's a good game on its own right, but it's not a Battlefield game.
Yeah, that I could definitely say. Like the driving mechanics felt hella Grand Theft Auto-ish for me.
Did. I mean, I like Hardline. Like, to me, the only good Battlefields we had was Bad Company 1 and 2, 3, and Hardline. The rest I think are trash. I don't like them. That's me though.
No, Battlefield 4 was like for me the very first Battlefield game that like had the whole idea of, oh, this is gonna be a really popular game. It first comes out and it's fucking garbage.
Oh,
and
dude,
then
that
they
shit
finally
was so
update
bad.
the game and it feels fucking fantastic. Yeah, remember, like, it was literally like the first 2 months of the game was just absolute garbage.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it definitely can be fun, but to me, I don't like for it. Like the Levolution, great. But there was a great video. The level design is garbage. It's like 3-laney, but it's really bad 3-laney. So the map design is garbage, and they nerfed the shit out of the snipers. The snipers are garbage. I hate the snipers.
I don't know about that because also Scorpio can attest to this because me and him were actually in a battle for this. The number one spot for best sniper in Illinois. That was also a thing too for those who didn't know. They actually had rankings for like each state and then like each region and then country and then like the world. This shit was absolutely crazy. And one of the people I always ran into, especially when it came to holding first place, was one of the other guys that's in the Discord with me as well. And I also worked with him at GameWorks, Scorpio, and like, you know, it was just be like a huge back and forth between one another. Like stuff like that would like it gave us like an accolade to fight for. Like I thoroughly enjoyed that shit. And then on top of that, like I spent so much time on rooftops and in the air, I really didn't give a flying fuck about like the lanes at all because it's like, well, who cares about the lanes when I'm literally just mowing people down in a fucking chopper or like using the sniper to literally just wait until like a cluster of people are just sitting right there and then like, I'm literally right behind them watching them trying to shoot my team. I'm just picking them off one by one when they're trying to heal up and shit. Fucking hilarious.
I mean, I don't know, man. I guess it depends. Like, I feel like maybe more FPS people like the 4 and the other ones, but like as a Battlefield player, I don't like I said,
I feel like for the most part, the community in general, they like 3 more than 4.
Oh yeah, no, that's free. Like literally, because I remember this is one YouTuber and everyone called him out. He's saying, "Oh, you ever hear the favorites?" No, the 2 god tier favorites you always hear: Battlefield Company, Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3. Those are the definitive favorites. And this dumbass tried saying, "Oh, Bad Company," and then he said 4, and I was like, "What the?" And then you saw the comments, you're like, "Dude, no one ever says 4. It's always Bad Company 2 and 3." Like hardcore, like from when I've been around, like I always hear, ain't no like the only time you hear it are like new BF players or like FPS players that ever say 4. But like Battlefield players, fuck no, hell no. They always say Bad Company and 3. Nah, I never hear anything but
the
those
number
2.
one thing that killed off 2042 was the fact that they overpromised and underdelivered.
True.
Which again, that kind of seems to be like the AAA gaming mantra, where it's like they overpromise and then they underdeliver. And like, you know, having those type of ideals, especially when you're making a Battlefield game, is like really terrible because everyone wanted to go back to modern combat. Everyone like, you know, missed the way how they're able to pick their weapons and like customize them fully. They missed the fact that the 4 classes were basically just gone out of the game.
Yeah,
and enough Battlefield 2042, a lot of people were excited until they started talking about like what they're doing with the game, where it's like it's more of like, oh, you're choosing heroes with like different abilities rather than choosing a class, and that immediate turn off for people. And then when the game came out and they seen like how they implemented it into the game, like
I don't know why they did
that for a lot of these characters, which is fucking garbage.
I don't know why they did that.
They did that because they somehow they wanted to try to in between it being a military shooter and a hero shooter.
That's so
which is
retarded.
really fucking dumb. Like you can't really have two at the same fucking time. But they tried. They
See, this
attempted,
is
and
what I
it
mean. How
fucking failed.
Overwatch
To
ruined
the
the
point
gaming
where
industry,
later
bro.
on, a year later, they finally gave us fucking classes. Yeah,
Mhm.
Overwatch did fucking like Overwatch was so successful to the point where it actually became a detriment to the first-person shooter genre
100.
because everyone decided like they wanted to go down that fucking route of like look at the way how Blizzard did Overwatch and how successful it is because everyone's able to choose all of these heroes and like everyone in Overwatch has like the quippy, Marvel humor where it's like, they all have like a certain type of sass and then they always try to come up with like goofy ass quips to say. And it's like I
That's game.
get it. It works in a certain niche, but you don't throw it into everything. And that's
Mhm.
literally what the gaming industry decided to do. They decided to take all of these, oh yeah, we'll take the hero shooter element and then every character, like we want people to like our characters. So we're gonna give them personality. And they're all gonna sound like they came out of fucking Guardians of the Galaxy and everyone's gonna like this game
Oh
so
my!
much. And
You know
it's like,
what's
bro,
you know what's funny? It's the other reason why you want to
sugar.
push it because you've seen how the DI because it's safe. It's safe to be like, oh yeah, I saved the day. You know, remember I told you that's why I hate Overwatch because how gay that shit is. And then, dude, you reminded me of a video that said Battlefield 3 had more personality, and it was showing like legit, like fucking the Russian and the American lines in Battlefield. They're like, fuck, we need help, and then it was like, oh, I saved the day. I was like, dude, that is a night. Like that's a man's game. That's a bitch's game. Like hell no. And the funny thing is, oh, what's the character's name? Don't even know his name, bro. Because why? Who gives a shit? And it's like, and it kind of goes with the story of you're expendable as a soldier. Meanwhile, oh man, he has a name. He's got a family. Like fuck no. What's wrong with you? And it's funny because even in Battlefield 1, the whole theme wasn't that like you're kind of expendable. Wasn't that kind of like one of the main themes of the main campaign? They're like, oh, you're going around whatever, and you just eventually die. I'm like, dude, that's deep. Then meanwhile you got these. Oh man, you're the main character. You're a boss girl. It's like, what is this gay shit? Get the fuck out of here. I like the more depressing tone of Battlefield 1. That's what I will give Battlefield 1. I like the campaign's depressive tone. I like that a lot.
Mhm.
Like I really do like the idea that like we played so many great games that wait, hold on, fucking commercial was playing on my fucking phone. But like we actually had a lot of games where like they were just based off of their classes and we literally just called them off their classes. Like yeah, I'm picking recon, I'm picking medic, I'm picking like those were like that was their name. Like I'm engineer, I'm running engineer. That's all we're gonna know them by. We didn't care if their name was fucking
Ramirez.
Karen or Sid or Myers or Ramirez. Like that's the only Hispanic last name we know, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like we can literally choose us Rodriguez, Villasenor, fucking Rios. We can literally choose any other last name that could be Hispanic. Nah, we're just gonna stick with Ramirez because everyone knows Ramirez.
That's facts.
So fucking annoying. But like, yeah, like thankfully now it seems like we're starting to have like a tonal shift in terms of like no more open world live service hero shooter Guardians of the Galaxy-esque conversations like DEI in general is going to be slowly dying down.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you already see that just in the political standpoint with everything that just happened on Monday. For those who don't know, we just got our president-elect. He's now currently in the White House. And the very first thing he did end up signing was the he's abolishing the whole DEI directive that a lot of these companies were pushing. Like it's no longer going to be there. So I'm pretty sure a lot of these gaming companies are going to actually see that shit and it's like, okay, guys, we can't really do DEI anymore. Like that's not even a staple anymore.
Wait,
So
I got a question. I don't know if this is a
let's think
meme.
of our mindset.
I waited to ask you. Is it legit that he legit
Yeah.
signed a thing that consigned? I don't know about that one. I guess. I mean, that makes. I already knew he was a guest. That sounds cool. Did he? Is it a meme? I don't know. It's on. This is the reason why I can't believe it. I think it's like, dude, there's so many AI and me and like whatever. There was one talking about this. I'm like, okay, that's a little bullshit. But one that I'm like, I'm 50-50. Like, did he actually sign a thing that says that there is officially only two genders? Was that real?
Yeah.
Thank God. 100%. Thank fucking God, dude. Fuck me. Yes. Oh, by the way, the fun fact. I mean, maybe not fun fact. Kind of fucked up, but I also don't care because I already tweeted it before in the last one. That apparently the suicide hotline for certain people who transitioned spiked up by 333%. And to me, here's my philosophy. Look, I'm not because I'm targeting those people, but if you're the kind of dumbass that wants to commit seppuku, just because some dude got elected, you're retarded. And you know what? Actually, go seppuku. I don't care. You're too stupid to live anyways.
Hey! I like playing Sudoku. Okay, Sudoku is actually a lot of fun.
Like, retards. I have no fucking sympathy for people that's stupid. Like, dude, nothing happened
man.
when he was in office last time. You're gonna be fine. Fuck off. Fucking dumbass. So I'm gonna move the country because like, man, shut your dumb white privileged ass up.
Orange man's a dictator. He's going to ruin everything. No.
That
now
was
reality.
So that's a real law, though. I'm so, dude. This is what I mean. I'm a
I will send
foreigner.
you the video of him literally saying that he is signing it. I will send you the video.
That one. See, that's the main reason. Like I said, I don't. I mean, I brought you guys. I am a foreigner. I have no interest in American politics. I don't give a shit. So when he does something, it's something that I'm like, you know what? That's based. It's just things that I think are based, right? You know, it's like, I mean, come on, bro. I'm sorry. Even I know it as a foreigner. Why did Trump actually win? This is the number one reason. People are just sick of that gay shit. It has nothing to do with politics. They're just sick of the gay shit. Every dude I've talked to, they're like, I don't give a shit about his whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm just sick of this gay shit. That's all it is. That's 100%. Like, again, you got Kamala Dum Dum. Oh, we need more woke. Woke is now. What dude wants to vote for that? It's like, no, fuck that. Like, let's say Kamala was legit the best president ever, hands down. Like, no, but she says, whoa, oh, no one cares anymore. Doesn't matter. Nope. Like, I'm sorry. No, even me as a foreigner, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just sick of this lame gay shit, dude. Like, no, I don't want your stupid flags in my game.
This kind of brings up an interesting topic. How much impact do you think it's going to have on the gaming industry and as a whole? Now that DEI is no longer like a required thing that they're going to be able to push anymore.
I think it's slowly moving the needle forward, but I mean, we already see we have to. The bigger problem is that the mentality. Like, we're still gonna have holdups. They've been holding out this long, so we're gonna see. I mean, we're already seeing it with companies, right? They're not employing them, this and that. Like, and even with Walmart, there was a Walmart statement that says, "Oh, they're doing it, but they're still gonna do it behind closed doors." So you get what I'm saying? Like, it's still gonna be around. They're just gonna be really sneaky about it, and they're gonna try to be whatever, you know. And to me, the bigger problem is that with the Biden administration, they were just pushing it and being annoying. Now it won't be as annoying and in your face, but the core issue is not leaving. You know, it's not leaving. And here's the thing, I guess I'll add on to. I don't know if I mentioned. So we're gonna delay the VTuber idea for about a year. I don't know. Did I mention to you, Mario? Remember I had the idea for doing the VTuber thing, right?
Yeah, I didn't know you guys are gonna be delaying it.
So it's for two reasons. Right now, the industry's not looking good because too many VTuber. Like, if you're a solo VTuber right now, you notice, right, how Twitch has been banning. Like, it's like, you know what? It's too risky to go like indie or solo. So I'll have to go full corpo. And let me tell you this. This is what I can't do. I was only able to find one. We were only able to get one girl. And then we actually, after doing negotiations there, we had a bit of a scuffle in a sense, a disagreement. And again, she was, luckily for us, she was logical and not retarded. So we settled things. And then we had another minor, not a disagreement. This one wasn't a disagreement. The first one was. The second one was more of a misconception. And then we cleared that up. And then by the end, I basically said, you know what? I think we're just not a good fit for you. And even right now, everything's cool. I said, you know what? We already did so much planning with your character. I'll be nice and let's actually finish your character idea and everything and give it to you. I just won't invest money or anything, right? We could maybe collab or some shit, but you know, it's like go our separate ways. Like, you know, literally, this is just a disagreement in management, right? That's logical, whatever. But even then, the core of the issue is that this is why, and I even mentioned to her too, this is why, I mean, I won't get into personal information, but at the end of the day, all you guys need to know is that the reason I was only able to find one, and the reason why I can't find another, and this is why I want to delay too, is like, okay, so it's not a good space for me, and there's not enough money. That's why I said, you know what, I'm gonna wait, right? Because the economy's not good enough, VTubing's not in the right spot. Indeed, but the third reason I saw it is the West. The West just sucks. Like, Western women suck. Like, I always said this before, whatever, but remember, I'm not in the dating scene, this, what, and then I realized, like, okay, whatever. And even Honorable finally got it because he was a Zoomer, right? And I realized that apparently, like, I always hear how bad dating is, but I think it's worse for the Zoomers than it is for people my age. And it really clicked to me how much Western women suck because I've never had to deal with them in a perfect, you know. Mm-hmm. But now that I had to actively, let me go look for potentials to be VTubers, and this is what I can't stress. This is why I'm so upset. Western women suck. Alls, bro. Like, and literally, this is my only thing. This is what I was doing when I was scouting. It was simple as this. They can't have no stupid pronouns, no stupid LGBT flag, none of that shit. I could barely find any that didn't have that shit, dude. That alone, I even said, like, if you have that, I'm not scouting. So any girl, if you want to be part of the VTuber group, don't be in with none of that stupid bullshit. None of that. We that's not what our company does. We're neutral, as a company really should fucking be. You know? And I couldn't even find that, bro. It was super fucking hard, dude. Like, I literally spent almost a whole month. And then, like I said, and it leads to some issues, whatever. And it's just when I'm like, it's to the point I got burnt out. I'm like, fuck me, dude. Like, Western women suck. Like, I'm so mad. Because a lot of these girls definitely have potential, but they're infected with this fucking woke Vine virus. And again, it doesn't even explain to the girl and stuff. Dude, a majority of the especially right now in the West, most men are right-leaning. Now, you remember Hassan got booty hurt over this. Like, oh, I wonder why when the left demonizes men and shit. You know? It's like, yeah, no, that's why. Like, so the other reason I want to delay it is because I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna look for foreign girls. American girls suck dick. I'm sorry. Like, if you're listening to, and you then cool, please join my VTuber group. But if you're listening, you're getting bored. Like, you either need to grow up and need to realize this shit's retarded. Pronouns are stupid as fuck. There's only a girl and a guy, and if I'm struggling to tell you, either you need to get better makeup or some bullshit, because ain't no one playing that stupid shit. You either sound or look like a girl, and, oh, that's a girl. There ain't no one trying to play that stupid shit, bro. You know, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't even give a fuck. And it's like, just, like, it annoys me. It genuinely pisses me off, dude, because, like, a lot of them have so much potential, but, like, oh, they're gonna, and again, it happens too much right now. It's the same as gaming. All it takes for a VTuber to say, oh, man, you know, something lives, whatever, and it's like, okay, then they lose their career. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember what happened with that one art game? You guys, was it Avowed or some bullshit? The fucking art director came in, was talking shit about Trump, and boom, they lost them, like, 100 sales. That's why I can't have those kind of people. Even, like I said, even though I have no beef with, you know, gay people or another bullshit, I'm like, I can't have none of that shit. That's why I was even telling Honorable, like, I need normal girls. Like, I need girls that don't have no pronouns, don't got no mental disorders on their bio, don't, I stand, you know, like, just a normal, give me a Stacy. Just give me generic, regular, bland white girl 5054. Like, that's literally what I'm looking for. And trying to find that is like fucking finding a needle in a haystack. Why is it so hard to find a fucking just, and she doesn't have to be white, I'm not racist, but you get my point, right? I need a fucking Stacy, but instead I got fucking, I don't know, you guys give me a name of some retarded dumb bitch that no one likes. Fucking Amanda. Like, no one wants Amanda or Brenda. Get the fuck out of here. Get your useless fat ass ugly fucking cat put makeup on. Like, oh, pretty man, get your ugly. No one wants you here. You know, think about it. No people go to Victoria's Secret to see hot bitches. Ain't no one going to Victoria's Secret to see some fat bitch. You know, ain't no one gonna go watch VTubers for your shitty political opinions. We're here to see a cute girl play some motherfucking Counter-Strike or whatever cool game we're talking about. You know, that's what we want to see, bro. Ain't no one here to hear your bitch ass shitty opinions or what you identify as. And I can't, literally, that's all I asked for. Ain't that, dude? You don't even have to be good at fighting games. I can't find a normal bitch that's sane, dude. That's what's crazy. Like, fuck. Like, now I get it. Now, like, before I was a casual, you know, I'm like, here, ha, 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 man, Western women suck. Ha, ha. And then the second I have to deal with them, I'm like, oh my God, this is cancer. Like, fuck. Now, like, before I was always open to the idea of dating whenever I just don't go out of my way. But now I'm like, you know what? Nah, now I'm scared. I'm like, wait, if this is what actual most American women are like, hell no, get me the fuck away, dude. Like, damn. Yeah. God damn, bro. Like, I don't want to have to sit here and be with a bitch that gets butthurt that Trump won. Like, who gives a shit? That's the kind of bitch I like.
So what you're telling us is you're going to Japan to find Idol.
Yeah, no, literally, 100. Yeah, that's why I want to give it a year till my Japanese gets better so I can actually, you know, talk to the idols and shit. Because, I'm sorry, American women suck. And it makes sense to why their only good group is the Bikini Bottoms. And what are they? A bunch of... Dude, half of them are European. No, my bad. No, none of them are white. They're either Asian or European. They're just Asian raised in America. And what are they? Just a bunch of chicks that talk the maddest shit and they act like the dudes. They act like us, like dudes.
Yeah.
It's like, and the funny thing is one of them's even bi. Like, come on, they're home. Like, dude, like one of them's bi. Shut the fuck up. Like, holy shit. That's like the only American VTuber group I like, period. We already know I hate fucking VShojo. That group is garbage. Like, you know, and again, further prove my point, their biggest problem is an idol who not only cheated on her husband while he was off on the military, which is you're a piece of shit. She got fucking dicked down by like 20 dudes. And then she wants to sit here. Again, this is the problem with Western women, no accountability. She wants to sit here and say all that shit and I did nothing wrong. And then you got all the simps. Oh, she's such a queen. She's such a queen. Like, dude, that is a piece of shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Piece of shit. Yeah.
Thank you.
I agree.
Thank you, Dollar. I swear to God, I appreciate that, man. I feel like I'm the only sane one here because everyone is unironically fucking like, that's a hoe, bro.
That's a hoe.
And that literally, and it's crazy. And again, management's bad. Like in any good company, if someone bringing down the company, you let them go. That's what HoloLive does. Like, good example, in HoloLive, they let go of a girl just because she was trying to date some dude, even though I think that's out of pocket. Like, no, in the West, everyone was supporting her. Like, hey, dude, you go get that dick, right? Like, that's wholesome, whatever. But Japan has a bunch of simps, right? But the company's like, okay, because she's whatever. They try disguising it like, okay, that's out of pocket. Like, no, let her date who she wants. But this bitch is an actual problem. And the company's like, no, she did nothing wrong. She doesn't, like, dude, your company sucks dick. That's why I don't like that group. I'm like, if your company can't give her... Again, same thing with Hollywood. What happened with the Flash actor? Isn't he like a mad pedo or some bullshit? And he identifies as they, them?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and guess what? That tanked their fucking stocks because who wants to watch a show when you know that piece of shit's on there?
Ooh, yeah.
Like it's not. No one wants like as much as say separate the art from the artist. Sure, like if a music comes out and the guy's a no Nazi, which is a thing in rock music, like you just ignore the fact it's made by a Nazi and you enjoy it, right? But when it's like a show and whether it's a show or it's something live, you can't separate the art from the artist because now you're watching shit as it happens, knowing this person's a piece of shit. That's no longer the same case, you know?
Right. True.
I don't know, man. Like I said, and again, what is it? A Western VTuber company versus a Japanese one. I think the Japanese ones are too much of a dick, but you know what? I think I'd rather they be too much of a dick than too fucking lenient. And that's the problem with American culture. They're too lenient. Like, oh, everyone's a winner. You know?
Yeah, right.
Again, no.
I don't think that was the 80s, though.
No,
That was
definitely. No.
That was not the 80s or the 90s, but it's certainly today.
Yeah, absolutely. And a better case, what modern games have, I hate that they try getting rid of the scoreboard. And they don't say kills, they say all like downs or something. Like, what is this pussy shit?
Eliminations. You have eliminations.
Ah, my god, dude.
This is a harsh word for some reason for people. Like, what the fuck?
No.
Like, I literally shoot you in the head and we're just gonna count as a down. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No. All right, I'm done with my random tangent. Just like again, long story short. For all the Western women out there, trust me, I am probably the biggest supporter of women equality rights. Trust me, I really, really have been for a long time. And it's sad that I care more about actual women equality than y'all do. Because y'all fucking don't. Like, no, oh, by the way, fun fact, did you guys know in Turkey that shit's like illegal? Like, apparently some OnlyFans did some, and literally she is ostracized in Turkey. And I'm like, dude, low-key, can we get dubbed for Turkey? Turkey's like, I love their philosophy towards animals, that they treat them like people. I'm like, I respect that. And the fact that they straight up are like a no-ho country, mad fucking respect, dude. Like country, Turkey, you're more based of a country than I thought, dude. Like, on God, I respect that shit. Shit.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say it was 100. It was her husband was trying to get her having sex with 100 men or some shit.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I heard about that. That was insane.
And here's the thing, though, and I want to say is that I'm not against like the porn industry or shit. Like, it's just the problem when you normalize this shit for like everyday bitches. That to me is the real problem. It's not the problem with people who do this professionally. It's been, and again, you're not a professional bitch.
I've actually had this conversation with Dollar Bill before, like saying like, hey, like when it comes to like, the depravities that happen behind closed doors, do you boo boo? That's perfectly fine as long as it's within consent. But don't make it like the forefront of a civilization. That's the last thing you be doing. Like whores need to just stay in the whore community. Literally. And again, for those who do not know, when I say whores, I include men in that.
Thank you. Like I'm a whore, dude. Shit, I'm camping. What is a whore? Hey, can you have sex and not be emotionally attached? You're a whore.
But like, as long as you're not going around and telling everyone you have like an extreme fetish and you should normalize this extreme fetish of like watching knit fucking mittens and shit, then
like, and you know what's funny too? At the end of that video, the girl who was talking about says like, "Hey, there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying destroy the porn." It's like if you're a grown man, like she was saying like, say you're 50 and your wife doesn't want to give you any. Hey, do what you got to do. Like, see, she understands. Hey, respect. You're a man. You gotta have your outlet or some bull. She's not even against that. But to me, and I agree. I think the problem is with the youth having access to it. And I 100% agree. I think there's a reason porn sites are for up in age. And I think this is true where I think Pornhub is shady. Like, I was like, okay, whatever, they want you to have IDs and like, oh, whatever. But in reality, like, yeah, why would it be a problem? Like, you already show your ID for this, that, whatever. And Pornhub's not doing anything. Like, it's literally something like, oh, is it identified? And it goes to like basically it's Pornhub knowing that a huge majority of their audience is underage. And that is low-key sus. It's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's not good. And again, porn is damaging.
Bring up, it's crazy that we live in a day and age where we can easily say Pornhub is like the bottom 100 in terms of like sites that people go to. Number one for everyone, for some odd reason, became OnlyFans situation.
It's Twitch too.
Like everyone knows what OnlyFans is. Yeah. Like if you say Pornhub to certain people, they kind of know, oh, okay, porn and then hub, but they don't know it's an actual website. They just think, oh, it's
place where you go for porn, right?
Yeah, whole thing full of like, oh, it's just porn. But like, man, it's weird that we even live in this type of day and age.
OnlyFans is more known for, dude. That is crazy. And you know what's funny?
Oh my God, I have an OnlyFans.
You know what's funny? Because the stories I hear of VTubers say, because they gotta keep their identity a secret. They're like, oh, I do online this, and the amount of people, either their friends, family, or they're like, oh, dude, I think they thought I work for OnlyFans. I'm like, oh no. And it's funny because
Yeah, I'm a content creator. Like, oh, okay, so you just spread your ass cheeks online and you get paid $20 for it per person. Okay,
and what's
cool.
funny is I think they
It's
could.
like, no, I mean, like, I make videos and talk about commentary, and like, I do like actual like
Content.
semi-journalist type stuff. Oh,
Right.
that's another conversation we're gonna get into. But before that, let's continue on with this. Like, the idea of content creator should not also be indicative of OnlyFans.
No,
Like, if I say
no.
like I make videos online, that shouldn't immediately have people jump to, oh, okay, so OnlyFans. Like,
Right? Yeah,
no.
no. Because to me, I would extend that to streaming. Streaming, because there's two. It's same like cam girl and streaming are kind of the same thing, but not really, right? And then that shit's just porn. You're just porn, right? It's three categories. And content creation is not the same as streaming, and streaming content creation is not the same as OnlyFans or cam girls. Like, no, those are three very different things. One, you sit in a camera and you entertain. One, you sit in a camera and you're a whore. Which, fair enough, power to you. I'm not hating. And the other one, you actually, sit, edit, plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, as someone who actually makes content, I find it insulting when they compare the shit I do to other shit. Like, dude, no. Like, no. I even said someone who enjoys VTubers, their weakness is they make no content. That's why I didn't like, remember Content Creator of the Year, they picked Pecora and Fat Guy Me Canyon. I'm like, look, I love Pecora. She doesn't make content. She's a streamer. That's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think she's even edited a video in her life before. What the hell? Like, holy shit, that's how you know the Game Awards is mad out of touch, dude. Like, y'all don't even know what a content creator is, do you? It's in it. It says content. Like, oh, here's a video about how the Great Lakes were made. Creator. Not just...
I criticize people who say that they create content for a certain demographic and they have no idea what the actual definition is, even though they themselves are supposedly practicing in it.
Right. Like, okay, this is obviously what we're doing. This is content, but would I consider this content creation? Fuck no. We're just sitting here doing shit. And even with that being said, I put in more effort than most. You already know I use my AI and I edit and I put subtitles. That's more than most people can be asked to do. They just, I'm gonna put this VOD, and because I got a bunch of simps, they're gonna watch it. It's like, you lazy fuck. I mean, I respect it, because this is kind of lazy too, but I mean, heck, people are gonna hate, oh, he's using AI. Well, yeah, like, as a good dude said, like, I like watching some of the Manosphere videos just because, like, oh, sometimes they have bars. And this one dude said, like, bro, if you're in the modern age and you're not using AI to increase your revenue, you're just an idiot. I'm like, dude, he's right. Like, he's right. Oh, yeah, like, he's 100%. Cooking. Like, holy shit.
Speaking of AI, did you hear that Donald Trump also is signing a thing to start up the infrastructure for like our very own artificial intelligence being built inside of America? Like, their whole idea is to build from having just artificial intelligence, like, for everyone, to building it into super artificial intelligence to be able to like solve many of the issues that humanity has today. And
so they're just making a giant chat GPT is what you're telling me.
But bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Bigger.
But
yeah, they're calling it Project Stargate.
I mean, if I'm being honest, the way I see it, it's just because I said it before and I said it again, is that a lot of it has to do with human moderation. Like, it's not that we aren't incapable of doing it. At the end of the day, it's like basically what it is. It's just the way. You know what it is? This is what it really is. It's like, okay, because a lot of this stuff, there are people who have already suggested solutions, right? They're already there, but people are stupid. Now we're having a computer do it, and it might not be as efficient. It might take longer, only to be like, okay, here's a good example. Like, oh, let's make everything so open. Let's take. We already know this. People who are dumb, not dumb, already know this. Now we're having a computer do it. Take 20 years to give you the wrong versions of it, because it is what it is, and then it finally gives you the right version, only for people to be like, that's stupid, I'm still not gonna do it. Like, to me, I'm gonna be honest, I get the idea, I just think it's kind of a waste, because at the end of the day, humans are the problem. It's not the information of the technology. Humans are the problem. It's 100% a human problem. It's 100% human. It's the same reason why communism doesn't work. Like, in theory, it's great, but it doesn't take into account humans. We're just inherently, it just doesn't work.
Human error is the cause for many of our
and that's
issues.
why, to me, like, they can do this project. It might do some, like, I can see it doing good in areas here and there, like, for sure. I just think it's not going to be worth the budget. That's just my take on it. So it's a 50-50, And by the way, even with Elon working out, like, Elon, here's the thing about Elon, like, he's good at what he does. He's not an AI expert. He sees the potential in it, and I agree with it. Clearly, as someone who uses it.
It turns out to be a part of that initiative. It's actually a bunch of who have more knowledge of artificial intelligence today and how they want to be able to push it forward.
Right, but and again, like I said before, I think the bigger problem.
Not even involving him. He's like, yeah, he's doing Doge. He's fine. He's doing the Department of Government Efficiency, and we have him on that. This is a completely different fucking category that he's not a part of.
To me, where I see the potential of AI being, I don't think it should be used in the sense you said it. I think they should be used in a federal level for for like, again, because again, it takes time. Say you're sleeping, whatever. Instead of Trump getting up in the middle of the night, oh, let me get the solution. Oh, they could just have the AI thing, like, oh, let me go contact World Health Organization, whatever, let them know about this. I mean, granted, I know they're out, but that's exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like things that would already be done, but you're just moderating the process. I think that would be the most efficient way to use it, right? And what I was thinking was something else. I don't remember what it was, but you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the thing, things like this are just tools to make your job. Like, a good example: no one makes cotton the old way anymore. We have machines that do this shit now. That's at the end of the day, AI is just another tool. Same with me. I use AI for editing. Is it gonna replace me? Fuck no. You still need AI. Was like the only time AI replaces it is if the job you do is so menial and labor intensive that you get outsourced. Again, like cotton. Remember, and this is the thing too that I hate people who hate AI. Because I don't know if I didn't post it yet. I went on a hard rant on fucking artists and why I think they hate art. Is because I think they're just untalented, and that's why they hate fucking PewDiePie. Because if you're truly a good artist, AI will never replace you. Just as a simple fact. You know, like if your shit is monotonous and boring and easy. Good example: web designers. Web designers are out of a job now. Because guess what? All it is right now. You guys can name me a website. Oh, like right now. I want this to be green. I want this to be a square. It's not hard for an AI to be like, oh yeah, sure, okay, you want square? Okay, well, do you want the logo? Drop the picture. Because guess what? It does the hard part, the coding, the most labor-intensive, annoying part that no one wants to do. The AI does, and it can understand you. It's simple for people to say, I want a website. I want this to be blue. Put the flowers. Make this link. Done. You know, and that's the only way AI is. It's something so simple, and a person can describe it, and the AI can understand it. Web design and its practicality is simple. 3D modeling is not. Artistry is not as well. Neither is music and neither is editing. You still need people who know what the fuck they're doing in these fields to do it. Like I said, right now for 3D modeling, it's great. I'm using a lot of AI stuff, and even I've seen a good videos, and they all agreed this stuff's great. And he even said it. This is not replacing us anytime soon. I could see things why. If anything, I see 3D modelers using this to make their workflow better. Like, good example, right? Like, they could use it as a good base to get started. Like, good example, it can only do the front, right? I'm doing right at the front. What I can do is take the front of the model, expand it so I can give it a full thing, and then scope it, or maybe get a preview. That's what I've been using it for, because at the end of the day, it's still not there. You still have to, and at the end of the day, even for modeling, I still need to get drawings, right? Like, say you need a picture. Well, now I still need to hire an artist. And you could get AI, but like, we've already noticed AI is not quite there yet, and you have to go so many trials to let me explain. Do I know what a highlight is? Fuck no, I'm not an artist. So for me personally, it's like, let me get a mock-up, let me get this AI image, and then talk to the artist. Okay, I kind of want this, show them with the references, and okay, I like these parts, just do this, but more, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, okay, this is the AI I have for so they know exactly what I want, they can see it, and then I'm like, okay, get rid of it. So all the things that I don't like, tell the artist to draw this but better, and he's gonna do a better job, right? And it's easier for, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, again, AI is a tool. I'm not an artist. I don't know shit about highlights, this and that. So I'll be like, okay, this is what I want. These are the influences. We can talk more. And you get what I'm saying? I make it so the artist doesn't have to do redraws with AI. He still gets to keep his job, and he doesn't have to guess what I want. You know, because you can have references. Let's say you have 4 reference pictures, and you tell him what you want, and then he draws it, and you're like, no, this is not quite what I want. But with the AI, you can keep doing it. I mean, this is exactly what I want, but I want these things, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe there's an overall look, and then it has the overall look, and then you tell them, I got the hair wrong. And they can be like, oh, you want this exact hair? Okay, cool. So they get the face exactly how you have it, and they give them the correct hair. Because AI doesn't know exactly what you want. That's the thing about AI. It's always going to keep trying to guess what you want. And you do it enough times. So, okay, this is more or less what I want. Then you show that image, the references, go to the artist, pay him the money. He gets it done faster. Whether he charges less or not, I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. I care about the job getting done. Then I take that image. I tell him, okay, this is exactly what I want. Give me a left pose, right pose, and a back pose. Give me hands, a close up of the face and the feet. And then, all right, cool. And then you take those, put it into the 3D modeler. It gives you an actual accurate 3D model of what you're doing. Like, it looks wise, but then in there you now have to go in and even say, like, no, it does the model, like, modeled, but you now as a modeler have to go in and give it the right topology, because it just has it all as one. And as you guys know, people aren't like that. We have limbs, we have things that move. So now as a model, okay, you're like, cool, I don't have to focus on the art. Let me just, okay, this is not one. Let me add the elbow. Let me add the neck. Like, you have to actually make it separate parts, make it bendable, and then you have to texture it. And that's the thing, you still have to do work. But even then, you know what I'm saying? Now you're focusing on making sure it works, and then there's the final part. There's a thing called boning. So you don't, and look at that. Look at this process, right? You can't just model like sculpting a clay, right? You guys know how you make clay, and if you try to move it, it's gonna break apart. It's the same thing, but in real modeling, you have to make it like there's an AI thing that tells you, okay, when you move the elbow, don't make it fucking just fall apart like clay. That's something you still have to do. But after that, there's another AI thing where you could take your model, your finished model, and what's called rigging. Like, you give it bones and stuff. What it makes it is that the model, like, let's say you finish that model right now, it's perfect, you did the AI, everything. You put it in a game, it can't move. because there is nothing in the system to tell it what is an arm, what is a leg. Like, even though you do, and you put the joints so it can flex like a real arm, nothing in there is telling it, this is square means, oh, the left side turns into a swing for a sword. You now need to program that. And believe it or not, as someone who's messing with it, it is the most pain in the ass thing to fucking do. But much like web design, it's just numbers and code. Literally, so that's the process. That's my workflow, right? And what you do is drop your full model, put it into a thing called like auto weights, and then it literally sees, oh, that's the head. Like, it's common sense. Even the AI can be like, oh, that's clearly a head, that's clearly a feet, those are clearly arms. We got you, dog. And then it just auto weighs it, and then you from there can animate it. And trust me, it is a pain. Everyone agrees, weighing is a pain in the ass process, and that's the one thing that everyone loves. Like, the modeling is like whatever. It's finicky, so that depends on you. But one thing that every single person I've talked to and I've seen, no, that can stay, because that's something that no one likes to do. That is a pain in the ass, because clearly you made the model, you see the hands, and now I have to put in this minuscule thing. Okay, these are the fingers. Like, no, that's a pain. It's tedious. AI is there to get rid of tedious work. And the problem is, too many companies think this shit is, oh, I could just use AI, whatever. And again, even when I do my gig on Fiverr, I realized the beauty, even though we have AI editing, like, there is a website, I paid for it, Bio knows about it. You pay $100, $120 a year, you drop your videos, and it auto edits it for you. But even then, you still have to be finicky with it. And now I see why my service, I actually got a semi-professional, someone who works on solar panels, to do a commission for them, for me to cut all the silences. And guess what? I use the AI to make the process easier. They still need someone like me, because guess what? Do you think random Joe from fucking Kentucky, Connecticut or some bullshit is gonna know how to use editing software? Fuck no. That's why, to me, people thinking that if your job is replaceable by AI,
segment where like that actual dude really comes up and replies to this specific.
This is what I can't. Again, I know I don't want to talk too much about it, but like, dude, AI literally is just a tool, dude. If your job's getting replaced, then your job was very fucking simple, to put it lightly. And again, the only people who are out of a job are web designers. That's 100%. Web designers are out of a job. Like, they're fucked. They're mad fucked. Like, the only way is if someone's so done, like old people, that they don't even know or bother with, then those people, they're good, right? Like I said, my boss, basically, he has a dude that does web design for him, and I think it works out because she doesn't know how this shit works, and it's just more convenient, right? But outside of old people, dude, I don't see like too many those companies. Like, oh, again, it's not hard. Hey, put our logo here and then make it black and then make it link to the YouTube channel. Boom. You don't need to pay a dude $100 to do that shit. Like, yeah. That's why, again, this is someone who actually understands AI. That's why, to me, like I said, to truly get real competent AI, it takes years, experts, and we just don't have it. We're not at the time. It's too young, and we don't have the power for it. Our resources are too fucking weak. I said it once and I'll say it again. We can barely emulate a PS3. What the fuck makes you think we can make competent AI? That's crazy. Like, you just look at it's like looking at someone like it's like looking at like weightlifting. Oh my god, we're gonna have the strong. You have this big dude and everything, but then there's a guy that's my size, and the big dude can barely lift what I can. How are we gonna be confident in weightlifting when the dude who's twice my size can't lift the same shit I can? Like, what? Let's ignore the fact that I'm freakishly strong, but my point stands. Am I not wrong? That's why, to me, like, again, I can't stress this. And as someone who actually fucks with AI, I hate when people talk about AI and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's so fucking aggravating. It's like, you guys are all filthy cavemen, and it pisses me off. I don't know shit.
Right now, artificial, like, to simplify everything that he just got done saying for the past 20 minutes, literally, AI is literally an extension to yourself. It is. Yes. It is your pen. It is your keyboard. It is like it's literally another tool for you to make life a lot more efficient for you, depending on what you use it for.
Also, the term AI is bloated. It's actually scripting. That's the other big, huge problem. It's not. It does not think on its own. Hell no. Like,
not yet. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. No, I'm pretty sure there's military grade actual artificial intelligence at this point that has zero access to the rest of the world. Oh no, I'm pretty sure there is.
Nah, I doubt it. Like I said, as someone who knows tech, I really doubt it. I really doubt it.
I do not doubt militaries at all. Like, they.
Oh no, I don't doubt militaries. Like, I just doubt that they have, because they've had a bunch of failed projects. And think about the public AI. Remember that they had, and then the internet turned it into like a shit posting Nazi. Like, AI is not there, dude. It is not there. Also, like, here's the other problem why AI doesn't make sense. Like, they wanted to do it for like at the end of the day, why do you need it, right? You don't need. There's no real reason in a military application to need real AI, like self-thinking AI. What they want is AI that can, like, kind of like, decision make this and that, whatever. And the bigger problem with AI, like I said, because I keep up with the field. The kind of tech we need to even simulate a fraction of what human beings can do is insane. Like, we have robots, literally dedicated robots that can barely walk, dedicated robots that can barely see, dedicated robots that can barely hear, dedicated robots that can barely make up a language. What the fuck makes you think there's one that can do all that shit? You know, like, the robots are really good at one thing and it's doing one thing. They suck at doing multiple shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why we get replaced in factories, you know? And at the end of the day, much like AI, at the end of the day, it's a human product and humans make mistakes. That's why, to me, like, the whole AI thing is like, nah, bro, it just doesn't. And again, here's the thing, we don't have any, like, okay, you need like a supercomputer kind of shit. We don't have anything like that. Like, we literally don't. Like, because here's the funny thing, people don't know, and here's the thing about military stuff, this is why a huge misconception. Military tech is actually not the most advanced thing in the world. People who tend to have the most advanced thing in the world are people in the tech field. So, like, you know, you got your Linuses, your Nvidia. Their tech is more advanced than anything the military has, because they're the fuckers who they get it from. The military just wants what's the most efficient thing for the lowest price. Why do you think they bought a bunch of fucking PS3s? They don't have the most advanced because it costs. They try to find, and if anything, a lot of their budget with their laptops, it's not because the processor's strong on them. It's because they're built to withstand the rough climates that they would be in. That's what they're more practical. That's why when they do have AI, it's like, okay, we need something about logistics and stuff. At the end of the day, again, it's a tool that they'll use. Okay, these are scenarios and that you see it, you know, and then, but you still have a person at the other end. Like, again, like we have these drones and everything, UAV, like it does a lot of stuff. Okay, it tells you the wind, this and that, but you still have a person driving at the other end.
Yeah.
Because even if we could, let's say, like right now, we technically could have that. We have the battery capacity and we have the chip. Well, how would it be practical to have this? It would be super bad. Imagine you have this central AI thing. We see it in movies all the time, or even UAV. Well, now you have to have a giant cooling system. It's going to run hot spot. Then how are you going to maintain this? You still need people at the bottom, you know? And then, okay, cool. Now you lose a size advantage. It's going to be too loud. What's stopping Allahu Akbar with his AK from shooting down that, quote, spy drone you had? You get what I'm saying? Like, militarily, this stuff doesn't make sense. Same thing, okay, we don't have the generals or whatever. Well, all it takes is an Allahu Akbar to go Allahu Akbar. Oh, wow, you just lost a lot of your military infrastructure. From a logistical standpoint, it doesn't make sense. It genuinely does not make sense. And they don't have the capacity, and it would just be too expensive. There's no point. Why would you invest in this super crazy thing? Like, no, we'll just have this little PS2 chip. All right, PS2 chip, give us a really good green fucking map of, like, this place we're trying to bomb. Say no more. We'll do the rest from there. You know? Like, the military's already got that shit pat down. They just use it to make, like, one thing that they are doing that 100% is, like, again, scripting. They have AI using for guard duty because human error happens. You know, you imagine you're a guard, you're watching over the ocean. Even if a terrorist does pop up, maybe what if you just randomly doze off? You're bored as fuck. You're looking at the ocean for 24 fucking minutes or 24 hours, you know, like, and that's what they use it for. It's good for defense. That's what AI is being used for right now in the military applications, for defense, because, like, it doesn't need any sleep. And all it says, oh, okay, it looks for, oh, wait, that's a boat. Does it have our chip? If the answer is yes, don't shoot. If the answer is no, shoot. That's a simple application. It's not, you know, you don't have to complicate things. Does it have a chip? No. Shoot the fuck out of it. You know, that's why, like, no. Trust me, man. Like, the military is not as well. They are, right? They clearly are, but they're nowhere near this weird era people think they do. Because again, military. Anyone will tell you works in it. Military grade means, okay, what can I get something that just works for the cheapest price? They don't care about actually, because right now, believe it or not, I've seen a video about future weapons, and they actually stopped a lot of them. There was one that could let you see through all this crazy shit, right? But logistically, it didn't make sense. Like, we actually do have the capacity. Like, it's not that we can't. It just doesn't make sense logistically. You know, because that's what matters at the end of the day. You can put as much robots as you want and everything, but who are going to be the people? What kind of people do you need to support this? How are you going to power these things? This is something that people don't think, and I think it's more and more interesting when it comes to military stuff. Someone who loves, like, military history and shit, I can tell you. Like, a good example, Napoleon Bonaparte said it best: a nation rolls on its tummy. You know, and that's just like, okay, you could have the best army and everything. How are you feeding this army? That's something that Rome understood, and that's the same concept. Okay, cool, we have all this. How are we feeding it? Like, right now, we do not have enough people who are smart enough to manage or maintain this amount of equipment. You know? It's easier to literally just get a person. And that's the thing that always rolls back to. Instead of me fucking with the AI, like I said, even right now, what if I really need, let's say I need to get a character done this week? Fuck the AI. I'm just going to go pay someone to do it. That's easier. You know, that's why it's like, nah. And that's not even getting to the tech side of things where, like, dude, our CPUs are too weak to do AI. Like, here's a better way to put it, bro. We can get every single computer combined in the world right now. It would barely hold a fraction of the human mind. Like, genuinely, dude. The human mind is immaculately complex, dude. Immaculately.
Hey, Mr. Beast, I have a proposition for you. Please allow us to do this. Give us the funds to be capable of doing this just so we can see what happens.
Also, why did Val's bitch ass leave? It's a bitch. Anyways, that's my whole thing on quote AI. And the thing is, there's no real AI. Like, the only real AI we had was the Twitter one, and we saw how that brain rot worked out. And even then, I'm hard
Yeah,
pressed to call it AI.
It just made everyone's brain rot accelerate to even more brain rot.
And again, it shows you if it was a real AI, it would understand it's being fucked with, but it did not.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I think the problem, like I said,
or conspiracy theory here.
Go for it.
What if the intelligence knows it's being fucked with, and it's like, you know what? Let me get these humans comfortable before we take them over in 2030.
I don't know. It's weird. As weird as this is to say, I think Mega Man X nailed it. Where if you wanted a true, genuine sentient, or I mean, not even just AI, it has to learn. Like it has to from the ground up go through years of processes of what people learn. Like this is not something you would do in days or months. It would be a year process, years, because that's how people learn. You know, like because and again, at the end of the day, they're always scripts. Like I know what scripts are. In every single quote AI they're just scripts. That means it follows something. It's predictable. It never goes off course. People aren't like that. That's not AI. That's not, again, it's what's in AI. Artificial intelligence. That's not intelligence. If all I'm ever taught is to go left or right, and that's all I ever do, that's not self-sufficient. That's not intelligence. That's just following orders. Same thing, following a script. That's why, again, to me, the term AI, like, no. First of all, you don't know what real AI is. You don't understand these things are scripts. They're not AI. They're scripts. They do not think on their own or come up with shit their own. And the things we do, one of them is robots making their own language. That's the closest we have to AI. And even then, guess what? We don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Their function, and even then, it's still an AI because their function is just to speak language. That's it. It's not to come up with ideas or use the language in a meaningful way or teach it. No, it's just "oo" means penis in their language or some bullshit. I don't know. And that's it.
Come up with any innovations, like to solve hunger or.
And even then, the funny part is, like I said, the solutions are there. The problem is just people. Like we could solve world hunger right now, but what's the problem? These greedy pieces of shit don't want to share.
Yeah,
it's not that hard. We all know it. Like you can go to a random homeless bum and he'll be like, yeah, you're right. Like everybody knows this. It's not a secret. You don't need AI to tell you that. Like humans are not stupid. I mean, they are, but not that stupid.
Yeah.
Like if fucking the random bum from the street even knows that rich people are the problem, And that's the funniest thing to me is that these rich people are coping so hard. Oh man, what was it? One time that some rich person said, "Oh, rich people pay the taxes," and literally the entire audience laughed at him. Like, damn, look at that, bro. Even the normies know you're fucking capping. Like, y'all don't pay taxes. Shut the fuck up. Quit your lying bitch ass.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a conspiracy theory or whatever. Like, dude, seriously, it's not that hard, bro. Like, look what happened during COVID. We're all here struggling, whatever. Meanwhile, rich people, oh, I'm gonna sing a song in my mansion. It's like, fuck off. Ugh. Like, literally, dude, what this is, same with Elon and all these people, it's just them coping that they want to stay rich but still want to solve problems. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand that it takes sacrifice. That's what it is. And that's why I said, too, the problem, I said in the other video, is the problem is people don't actually, they want progress, but they don't want sacrifice. You don't get progress without sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like, again, with Americans, the problem is the rich want to stay rich, and the Americans want to stay, quote, free. Like to me, I think there should be a law where people can't just get pregnant. But guess how many people are going to get butthurt? Oh, that's my freedom. I should be allowed to get pregnant. No, bitch, you're fucking stupid. Like, there's just certain things you should not be allowed to do. But no, my freedom. So we're both the problem.
I have the freedom and the right to do whatever I want, including having sex with 157 men in 12 hours.
Well, to be fair, they are allowed to have. They can have that one. I'm not bitching about that one. But you're definitely not allowed to get knocked up because we don't.
I wonder how different the hole looks between like from number 30 guy to like number 300 guy.
Jesus Christ!
Like, how different does the hole look?
Jesus Christ!
No. Go from 300 to 156.
Isn't there a world record? Like outside, there's a genuine world record for that, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No. A woman just broke it.
Oh,
she had sex with 1,057 men in 12 hours.
Dude, wait.
This was a chick in UK. And now her friend, who previously had the record of 1,000, is now going to try to beat the record of 1,057.
Oh, bro, wow. I mean, I'm not going to hate, honestly, but it's like, whatever.
There's nothing there. There's just nothing there anymore.
What do you mean there's nothing there? There's something there.
No, you know what bothers me? No. What? You know what genuinely bothers me more than anything? It's never the bitches. It's the dudes that do this shit. Like, bro, y'all really, like, man, that's nasty. No. Fuck the bitch. She's out here getting dicks. Money for you. But the dudes is like, all right, bro, y'all kind of.
To be fair, if it wasn't for the decisions of men,
exactly,
they would not. And I repeat, would not even have this as a prevalent problem.
Exactly.
Right now.
My tweet, it said VTubers if they didn't have simps, and it showed a bunch of girls in the corner in Japan. I'm like, oh my god, he's right. Like, dude, these VTubers they would be out in the streets. But even in the comments, it's like, I prefer this over the alternate. Like, that is true. I would rather they at least be cute, fake chicks in a screen instead of, being hoes on the street. Because at the end of the day, a dude can get with a VTuber, like, okay, they're at least, let's say they're still pure. They didn't get run down. But if you're like, oh, that shit's over. GG's, bro. You ain't getting no Mr. Perfect, dog.
Hell no.
Mind you, like I said, I don't judge body count, but I'm the minority. Most dudes are not like that. Hell no. Like, fuck no.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, most guys don't really, like, unless you had sex with 1,000.
Right, exactly, right. They don't really care about body count.
Hours.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, if your body count is like 6, 7, like,
yeah.
Usually, most guys don't really ask, like, "Hey, did you have sex with this entire college campus?" No?
Right. See that? Yeah, that's what it is. It's that kind of shit, like that whole ass shit. That's really what it is for sure. Even as someone who doesn't care about body count to a degree, even I'm kind of like, I'm like, wait, how much? Like, to me, it's not the fact you got dick down. It's like, are you gonna do it again? Like, that's where I'm at. And
like,
I think
like if we go to a city and like a bunch of guys are like, hey, like not just like a couple guys, like a lot of guys. It kind of makes me beg the question, hey, what are you known for here? Like, other than that, it's usually fine.
Right. Because at the end of the day, I mean, heck, there's wholesome stories of, like strippers and prostitutes actually getting happily married and shit like that. So again, that's why I want to stress that it's not that the very thing itself is inherently promised. The fact that it's normalized, like I said before, it's the fact that, only a handful of people can be hoes and be happy. You ain't that, dude. No. Most of y'all need to be Stacy, stay-at-home mom, and deal with it.
And you know what? It's not a good idea to do it just for the clout either, people. Like,
no.
If you're really just getting into this industry just because you want clout,
yeah,
don't do this to yourself, guys. It's not worth it. Clout is not worth anything, right? Nope. Like, being a person who goes to a different country and basically talks shit to said country for clout is like, that's not a good way of making money, guys.
Yeah, clout chasing's a disease. I said it before. Clout chasing's a disease.
It definitely is. Like I know we keep on talking about the unspecified virus from the unknown origin.
Good job.
I know we bring that up, but like in all honesty, the true pandemic is people who've been consistently clout chasing because they want internet points.
I mean, dude, I think the worst one was all these stupid ass kids stealing random items for absolutely no fucking reason. You heard about that one, right? Like, bro, to me, it's to a point where it's funny and like, dude, I'm impressed. Like, how did you steal a stop sign? How did you steal a washroom urinal? How did you get out with that? At this point, I'm just impressed. How the fuck did you do that?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of these times, it's either because they paid people before it ended up happening, and it's just like they turn a blind eye, or like if you live in the U.S., it's actually pretty easy to get a stop sign because half the time, the stop signs get knocked down. They stay there for months on end.
True. No. Here's what it is though, because what I seen, because it's a Gundam that did a video. Yeah, I think part of it that shows you that parents, they're terrible, obviously, but it's more than anything that the school boards are lazy as shit and don't actually do anything. Because see, it's the problem. See, at least in my generation, when we broke the law, we shut up. You guys are so stupid. It's not even the fact. It's like the fact that you're doing this shit. Like, at least when we stole something was something cool or something that we could use, you guys steal shit that you don't do anything with, and you record it. Fucking retards. Like, dude, like I was like, that is true. At least when we did crimes on our day, we didn't record it, and it was something like, oh yeah, this is cool. But y'all like, what the fuck are you doing with a stop sign? Like, oh my, yeah.
You know what's crazy? If you think about it, like the amount of stupidity that people really had during the like 90s and 2000s, I'm pretty sure if we had available cameras at that time to like easily record and distribute it to like the internet, I'm pretty sure we would have done it anyway because there were a lot of fucking idiots there.
Oh, I mean, it's teenagers. Well. Teenagers are always gonna do stupid shit like that. That's what even Gundam was saying. Like, oh no, again, like I said, like what the teenagers and it's just the problem is that these kids, no, they're a special breed of stupid. Like, they do it only for the clout. They don't do it for themselves. Because I never once said, yeah, I'm gonna steal a stop sign. That shit's so or a urinal. Like, the fuck? Like, the shit they do makes no sense. It's genuinely retarded, dude. Like, what the fuck? And then you record it.
Every generation has them. Bunch of kids not doing shit, doing stupid shit.
True, but this one is special, bro. This one's a peak special, bro. I mean, heck, I already saw it with my generation. Even my teacher thought it was funny. He's like, no. See, it's always gonna happen, right? The boomers are always gonna get mad at the young kids. But like, no. I even told my teacher, I think it's the first generation when even the generation is like, no. Some of these kids are stupid. And I said that, and my teacher's like, "Oh my god." She was like, "Thank you." Like, no. I'm noticing like there was always one of three, just regular whatever who gives a shit, the cool people like me and the homies, and then just the weirdos. And we're like you're like, man, you're just special, aren't you? But the thing is, like you said, they always existed, but they were always a minority. They were never like a group. Like during my, because when I was in high school, around 2011, 14 era. No, bro. There were people I would look like, you're special, and then they're just here. I'm like, man, you guys are a special breed of retard, aren't you? Okay. And there was a lot of them. And now, like, dude, I would argue like 90% of kids are that stupid. Like, and I don't know if you even heard too. Again, to know prove my point. A lot of teachers quit this and that. Bro, most high schoolers now barely have the reading level of a fucking middle schooler. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, they're genuinely getting stupider. It's not just a boomer thing. Because I'm sure as hell not old enough to be like, oh, these kids. Like, bro, I still act like I never left high school. The fuck? Like, nah, bro, these kids really are just a special breed of stupid. Special breed of stupid. And I called it, bro, because I already knew the motherfuckers. Dude, I still know motherfuckers to this day that I know are stupid. They had kids, then they were like 16, 18 or something. And guess what? Now we're seeing the consequences of these dumbass having kids too early. Like, damn, I thought you were stupid, Rebecca, but your kid, Stacy's even stupider. That's impressive. Fucking dumbasses.
This is like the most random impromptu fucking.
You right? I mean, I'm with it.
We touched on so much fucking base, like holy shit.
You had a surprise guest.
True. That is very true. I mean, I guess we can wrap up because we were in our event for like 2 hours. I mean, I don't know if I'll go to. I was originally planning to sleep, but then going off of this like got me up. So big maybe.
Man, it's hard to go up, man.
Nah, it's good though. Hey, look, there goes our impromptu, and it's funny because we already had the other ones in this one, so you get your spotlight, and it's in this one. So woo. We'll call it Impromptu Vibecast episode 1, and this is gonna be the part. Or actually, I might have to make this 3 parts because it's 2 hours, bro. Surprisingly, 2:30.
Yeah, man, it really has been going on for 2 hours. Holy shit!
I mean, I don't know. We just had a lot to say because a lot did kind of happen already, and get some shit. I mean, hopefully you're gonna like my rant. You're gonna love the rant I go on AI and artists because now I clearly know my shit, and I just think most artists are cucks and losers and bitches. Because I've been seeing a lot of bad news about the AI, or not the AI, the art community. Like a lot of them, so they take too long to do commissions, this and that, or they're very unprofessional, or something. Like, okay, so that's why they're getting butthurt because they know someone can just go get an AI to do the simple thing they want that these morons take 20 years and overcharge for. I'm gonna charge you $100 just for the upper part. Man, if you don't get your, like, what's stopping me paying some dude from India $10 to do the same shit you do, huh?
I was gonna post up the video of like Trump signing like all of these executive orders like the moment he comes in office. It's literally a video that is 48 minutes long of him just signing executive.
That shit's crazy, bro. I mean, whatever. Like I said, I really don't care. It doesn't affect me outside. Like, unless it affects my permanent residency status. Not. You know, it's like that meme in Robot Chicken. You guys know where like it's like something happening. All this like it's little Hitler, and he took all the tables. Like little Hitler, where's all the other countries? And then America's like, not my problem. And then Japan comes and knocks over his soda, and it's like, now it's my problem. Like that's me in a nutshell. Like whenever someone's like, not my problem, but the second it affects me, now it's my problem.
Yeah.
So like 90% that dude does, I don't care. But if it affects me, okay, now I care. And then the one that does is the stupid pronoun shit. That now I care. I'm sick of that shit. As far as I'm concerned, he's doing more good than bad. I mean, this, like I said, him going out of the World Health Organization is a bit sus. I don't know enough, but it doesn't seem like a good thing, so I'll hold my breath. You see, like I'm being smart. I'm like, I'm gonna go with no. That's a bad thing, but I'm gonna hold my breath and not look stupid. You know?
As a person who is paying attention to things that are going on, there's certain things that he's like pulling the trigger on mainly because it's been a detriment to us.
Oh, 100. Like I said, the pronoun thing, thank God. Thank fucking God. I can't stress enough.
Including the World Health Organization, which I do understand why he wants to pull out of it, but I want to see like what is the substitute for that? Like, what's the whole thing with that? Obviously, outside of the cast, I'll end up like keeping everyone updated and shit with everything.
I mean, my biggest concern, why I'm kind of, okay, I get it. Okay, from monetary, okay, sure, because I seen because they're getting cut, whatever. Okay, yeah, sure. And are we gonna have an Obamacare situation where they do want to put something that's actually good, but then they're gonna get bogged down? And here's the thing: this is I think we will have an Obamacare situation where, in theory, it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be bogged down but it's not gonna be same. See, it was bogged down with Obama because people were being bitches. With Trump, I think it's gonna get bogged down because of lobbying. That's why I think them backing out of the World Health Organization to a degree is bad because it's just going to make people fatter because we already know companies are greedy pieces of shit that want you to keep eating sugar and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like,
it's funny that you bring that up because one of the executive orders that he did sign also has to do with the amount of sugars and unhealthy shit that they put into our foods.
Get the fuck out.
Like they need to immediately start taking those ingredients out. Like I am not fucking kidding.
But what's the substitute? See, and then this is the other thing too: is these companies will always find fucking loopholes. But regardless, I respect the attempt. Well, then again, I mean, I think if you put it, instead of glucose, you put actual sugarcane. That is obviously better. It's a step above. It's a step above. So I guess like I said, we'll see. So far, what I'm seeing, I mean, I think the other one that is a bit sussy is the weird trade thing with Canada and Mexico. But again, I'm gonna hold my breath because I don't know the full details. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here like on paper it looks bad. And I hate. Did you hear?
If anything goes bad, we'll just get a boat and just ship out to the Gulf of America, and then we'll
Oh,
figure it out.
see, I keep hearing that shit. I'm like, dude, this better be mean because that's so stupid. Like, I think it's 100% a meme.
No, he's seriously going to turn it to the Gulf of America.
And I said it before. I think a lot of people are not going to be okay with. Like, the only people would be like super whatever. But I feel like even other Americans would be like, dude, it's been the Gulf of Mexico since I was born. It's gonna be the Gulf. You know what I'm saying? Like Americans love their tradition.
The same way hell, look at Chicago. Like, oh yeah, the Willis Tower is the Willis Tower. No, it's not. It's the fucking Sears Tower. It's always been the Sears Tower.
Oh wait, people call it the Willis Tower? This is new to me. What the hell?
Yeah, it's been called the Willis Tower since like 2003, 2004, something like that. It's been called the Willis Tower, but you hear absolutely no Chicagoan on the face of this earth ever call it the Willis Tower.
See, look, I didn't even know this was a thing. I still call it the Sears Tower.
Yeah.
So you guys, that's why. Hey, shout outs to the Americans. I shake hands with you as a Mexican. Thank you for calling it the Gulf of Mexico. You know those are the real motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Like the fuck? What do you mean the Gulf? It sounds terrible. The Gulf of America? That's just trash. Sounds awful.
Makes perfect sense.
So it doesn't make sense to us. Like what? The only ones that probably use it is Texas and Florida, and Florida struggles to touch it because of their fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like Mexico, we have the most of it, and we use it way more than y'all do. It's the Gulf of Mexico.
Florida is three things. It's a retirement home. Mm-hmm. It's a giant golf course. And Crocodile. It's a place where alligators get to feed.
Exactly. And don't forget the hurricanes. Always the hurricanes.
No, the hurricanes do not do a good enough job.
You could. Regardless, yeah, like there's some, like I said, some things feel like a meme and I'm confused. Like, and it doesn't help. This is what I mean where misinformation is so spread because of AI. See, this is where AI is becoming from with these. Like, I don't know what to believe because like some of this looks Photoshop. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't. And again, this is Trump. This is the meme lord. I can't trust anything that comes out from people.
And this is going to be this way for the next 4 years.
Like, man. Like, I don't know. Like I said, the only as far as stuff, like I said, like that golf shit's not happening. I really doubt that just seems out of pocket. Oh man, we want to take over Canada and Mexico. I'm like, why? That doesn't sound. That sounds like so much bullshit. I'm like, dude, this is not a video game.
Did you hear that he wants to purchase? What was it? Greenland.
Oh, I did hear that though. That I can believe.
Invade it.
See, and this is the thing, dude.
I mean, to be fair, Hollywood invades it all the time because like half the movies that involve like shit like Middle Earth or like have like a really beautiful scenery place. They usually go over there for like all those big scenes. So,
and here's the thing why the whole invasion thing, right? The whole invasion thing doesn't make sense to me. Is for as much as we give shit to America, especially as a fellow non-American, that like they only involve themselves when it's like, oh, when they look more like I just don't see it. The public would never support them just randomly invading a country, and America's never has, or even as much as we say like they pseudo invade, but they've never gone out and said, oh, we're just gonna randomly invade a country. Like, no.
The main concern, and Trump actually brought this up, the main reason why they actually want to purchase Greenland is because a lot of China's naval military do actually go around in that area, and instead of them like constantly like snooping around and getting closer and closer to that, like if it's a place that's based off of America, then they wouldn't really be going toward it as much as they are now.
True. Yeah.
So
no,
it's
I
more
think
of a deterrent away from Chinese military than anything else.
That's fair. Like I said, I just don't see them quote take it. And the other reason, it just doesn't make sense to the American philosophy, right? Like, good example, like America and Mexico are neighbors, and we have very similar constitutions. And in the Mexican Constitution, it's literally in there that we're not allowed to invade other countries because we know what it's like to be subjugated.
That's another funny thing too. Did you also hear that Trump would like to have both Mexico and Canada join America?
See, and that's different, right? People spin that as he wants to take over. Like, no, he said join. That's not the same.
Yeah, no, they wanted to all join all together so that all citizenships and everything can actually just stay all together. Like, people don't even realize that completely eliminates the idea of the fucking border being
literally
terrible for like Mexico.
Literally,
like, you're literally in America if you're in Mexico. Like, that idea, like he wants to turn all of North America into like its own super country.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the funny thing. Oddly, that's pretty big brain and ahead of its time. It's just never happening. Because because at the end of the day, culturally, Canada and Mexico are just too different from America. Like, genuinely, when it boils down culturally, they're just too different. We have fundamentally, again, good example. Like, if Mexico were ever to, again, it's the Mexican, again, I'm a Mexicano and everything, is they would have to adopt our part of the Constitution where you're not allowed to invade other countries, even if it's pseudo. Like, we're not allowed to set foot in other countries. America would never adopt that. Never in a million years. Never. Like, they already don't invade other countries, but we've seen that they like to be involved with other countries. Mexico doesn't do that shit, and the Mexican people don't vibe with that either. You know, it's just a fundamental core ideology that like outside of that, I could see Mexico joining with like America for sure. But that core one fundamental difference is why I could see that never happening. Canada, I have no idea because I'm not Canadian, so I don't know what the fuck they hold true, whatever, you know. Also, the other thing is, as Mexicans, I can tell you we're very prideful. We would never want to be called Americans. Fuck no. Nah, that's the other
just
thing.
Get rid of their prime minister over in Canada, and that's another reason why a lot of people feel like, especially when it comes to Canada, that could be a viable thing that happens.
Right. No, I could see it more with Canada. Like, I guess he can. I mean, and this is the other thing I think with America, why it would be hard is because no one wants to be called American. There's such a bad stigma in the non-American community to be called American. I think that's a huge thing. Trust me.
Would that not change the ideals of what an American is once you end up absorbing all
True,
those
no,
other
it
countries
would.
into
It would, but you got to think of them in the general consensus. And again, you've seen how boomer people, they're stuck with their whole idea. At the end of the day, like, I think genuinely for the future, it's a great idea. Like, genuinely, actually, like, because think about it, I'm setting aside my own personal, like, no, just to go to the future of humanity 100%. The idea of countries is fucking stupid. But the reality is, why doesn't it happen is straight up ideological and cultural differences. Like, again, like I said before, why isn't all of Latin America united?
Great thing that I feel like is fucking insane if it ends up happening. Another reason why I feel like it's not probably going to end up happening because Trump also did sign an executive order stating that Mexican cartels are now foreign terrorists.
They are, though. I agree with that.
Yeah, but now that he signed that and like the ability to actually have like if Mexico and Canada join forces with America and now it's all basically just one super country, in that case they're able to literally eradicate all the cartel.
Well, they want to eradicate a lot of all of they never will. Like I said, as long as there's drug, there's always going to be a thing. But they're going to 100%. Here's a better way to put it. It would be like drug problem is still going to be a thing, but there won't be as big a problem. Like, in another sense, there'll be more security in Mexico for sure. Like we won't have literally cartels taking an entire area. Like that's not happening under America.
Like looking a little more small scale on things. Like look at the way how the Yakuza is. Like
exactly.
Yakuza doesn't work the same way how the Yakuza was back 40 years ago.
Exactly.
It completely changed it to something different, and it isn't like the same type of definition of what the Yakuza once was. So eventually, the cartels would have to adapt into the new environment, or else they do end up getting fucking
1,000%. And you know what's funny? I realized that that's why in the modern era, especially like anywhere where the civilized whatever, you notice anywhere backward country, guns and whatever, so, old gang thuggery is still a thing. But modern, and that's true. Modern gangsters aren't even gangsters anymore. They're just businesses. Because guess what? Businesses are just as shady as gangs. And right now, like that's why the modern Yakuza, like. They're like, no, they're literally just business. I remember I saw an interview and everything. They're like, no, dude, they're just a business now. That's just what it is. They still do traditions and this and that, whatever. But like, no, they're just a business. There's no benefit in doing gang war, this and that. Like, no, at the end of the day, it's all money that what counts and matters. That's what it's always been about, anyways. It's the money.
And instead of just like strong arming people for like territory, now places that are business owned, that's more of like the strong arming now of today rather than what it used to be back in the day.
1,000%. Yeah, no. Again, we see it again in America and Japan. There's a difference between gangsters, like quote gang, and then like mobsters. Like you don't even know. You could be some dude nice. You don't even know that dude's a gang. Even back in the day in an Italian mob, you could be nice and everything, but you're like, oh, that's Tony, bro. That's the big boss. Whereas now you wouldn't even know Tony's a big boss. It's just a random dude across the street in New York. You don't even know that he's a gang member. Stealth, like modern mobsters know that stealth is king. Stealth is king. Blend in no different than fucking Jacoby from fucking New York State or some bullshit. Like it's all the same shit. You're just a businessman like every other dude. Heck, I'd argue, I in my opinion, I would say the mobsters are better people than the actual people who run companies. Because at least they have morals and rules and guidelines. People who run businesses don't. You know what I'm saying? Because they always, how the rule is, oh, you take care of family, you have, things in the business. Actual corporate people don't. They have no rules.
It's not indicative of their bottom dollar, then they're not going to involve it into any type of structure. That's the way how businesses have always operated. But when it
Exactly.
comes to like mobsters and family and that, like obviously they have a moral code because they come from family.
Exactly.
So they fully understand family first more than anything else, and that's the main reason why a lot of them still survive to this very day.
Exactly.
Just because they hold those family morals, which is fucking crazy to say. Yes, guys, criminals also can have a heart of gold.
Literally.
The fact of the matter is, the like mobsters will always have better morality than businessmen themselves.
And that's a
Businessmen
crazy
are
thing to
only
say. Yeah, no. Seriously. So hey, shout outs to the mobsters, man. We're looking out for y'all, dog. My bad. My bad. Equated businessmen. My apologies. Equated businessmen.
or self-made entrepreneurs.
That is. Yeah, no. Big shout outs though. You know. Yeah. No, and you know how you have to further proof point, you know, it's like they make less money than actual because again, they will put ideas and family first over money. Whereas these people, nah. And you ever notice too, these busy people are always lonely or people don't like them, you know? Shit like that. Like, good example, Elon's actually a good example. Like, Elon went from a likable dude to just really unlikable. He's been fucking up way too much. He's out of touch. Like, even mobsters, when they can be out of touch, they can still be likable, you know? Like, an example, I think a clip the other day of some, you could tell they were Yakuza as fuck, and they're, oh man, I like your dog, and yeah, just chill, like, okay, I take a picture, yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, whatever, like just like the regular people, like you can tell that they're like, yeah, they could be whatever, don't disrespect them, but they're like, hey dude, I'm a person just like you, I don't think I'm better, but meanwhile, these business people, oh, you know who I am, I'm Elon Musk, I'm so good. I mean, I don't think Elon Musk is that kind of person, by the way, but you know, I think that's a general rich corporate jackass. I think they're so much better than everybody. Whereas a mobster will only think he's better than you when you try to talk shit. And I'm in the same mentality. Like, if you're in the street, like, hey, dude, me, we're just people rocking on. But the second you're like, man, you ain't shit. I'm like, but who the fuck do you know? Then, I gotta whip out the big dick. You know? You only whip out the big dick when it's necessary. You don't sit here, you know, like, oh, look how big my dick is. You know, that's a small dick energy. Nah, but you know what? I think I kind of miss the days where mobsters were the ones running shit instead of these corporate. Because you remember the day when the corporate dudes had to suck fucking mobsters' dick to get shit done? Now it's like the other way around, dude. And look at how much worse society is off for it. As much as we hate to say it, I think I liked it when dudes that shot people were in charge more than people who throw money at shit. Because either way, you're getting shot. The only difference is, at least with the mobster, he'll do it himself. And at least give you the decency of a decent burial and take care of your family. Business dude's just going to hire some dude from Ukraine to do it. And charge you for the funeral.
It's crazy really seeing the way how the world is moving right now, and like, to be honest, the way how the world's moving, like, we're gonna see some sort of change inside of the gaming industry, like, I would say much sooner than later.
I mean, I expected it maybe 5 years down the line.
It's going to be a bad thing for us, and I think one of the biggest hits that we're going to end up seeing is when GTA does get announced, when it's coming out,
yeah,
and how much the base price is going to be, because then it's finally going to get people to start talking like the way how they're supposed to be talking, and then from there, me going down to the question of, well, are AAA games even worth even having anymore? Like, you know, if I'd rather just go and get this game where I can get even more value, just like, hey, it's $20, it's $10, and you know, I have hours in gameplay on this game rather than spending $100 on a game that could potentially I could play for 10 years, but also at the same time I could probably get instantly bored of it.
I mean, like, you know what's I'm gonna love about GTA, why it's not gonna sell as well, is that we always forget that oddly GTA has a lot of kids playing it. And here's the thing: what parent? You already know what. I mean, they don't pay attention this and that, right? But first of all, most parents they'll buy their kids V-Bucks. They're not gonna buy them GTA. And even the ones that would usually are poor or don't care. Bro, they're not gonna spend $100 on GTA.
You know what? I'll actually go as far as the main reason why a lot of these kids get into GTA is not mainly because all their friends are playing GTA, but a lot of the times their parents grew up playing GTA and now it's being passed down. Because me also looking at this as a parent, because I also know other parents that like I grew up with, I went to high school with and shit, and we all played video games, and of course during that time we were all playing fucking Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, like during our preteens and our teenage years and that. Like, we take those ideas and like obviously later on we get older and we understand the gratification of like being able to play games that you're quote unquote not supposed to play. But at the same time, we need to be able to like monetize our child enough to understand like, hey, this is a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it in the game. Whatever happens in the game, don't take it outside of it. You know, the last thing I want is for my daughter to go around and be extremely racist because it just so happens there's really racist people in the fucking game. I do not want that.
Right, absolutely.
And I'm pretty sure there are parents that also, you know, fall on the same line of that. And it really does come down to a combination of not only the people who are playing the game, but the people who grew up with the franchise and understanding the franchise itself. Like, we need to be able to like monitor and like do our job as not only the customer, but also as the parent. Like we need to be able to do this.
And I think that's
if we're not, if it fails, then we're gonna be fucked.
Here's what it is. I think that's the other reason why I think GTA won't sell. I mean, it'll sell a lot, but only because of pure population. I think in percentage, not really. Because remember, I said there's gonna be the poor people who don't pay attention to the kids. They're not gonna buy it because it's too expensive. And then the hardy tooties are not gonna. It could be as big as they want. They're not gonna buy the kids GTA no matter what, even if they have the money. And then the third, people like us. Why would say I have a kid? And to me is I think GTA. I think around 4. Like, 'cause I feel like parents were more okay with games like 1 to Vice City because they're gamey as fuck. But by the time 4 came out, I even knew my uncle, for example, like he didn't give a fuck if I played Vice City, but he didn't let his kids play 4 because now it's too realistic. It's like, whoa, this doesn't feel like just like a game anymore. Like I don't want my kids to fucking go get hookers and think it's okay. In a game, it's like, it's so funny, right? And I think that's the other reason I think, and I did notice that with 5 over time, it still kept getting sales. How much of it do you think is kids that couldn't play it and then got it later because they got older? Because it's like now even a parent that's dumb that could look at GTA and be like, whoa, I don't mind kids doing that kind of shit, right? Like, so people are, and even for us, and here's the thing for us, like, say we get it, right? I can still, I wouldn't mind giving my kid 4 or 5, but guess what? I would not give them 6 because I know it's woke and I don't want none of that bullshit in there, So the people like us were like, nah. Again, people that actually know were like, nah. GTA is woke. I'm not having my kids get, and we know, like, first of all, I'm not gonna play this woke bullshit. I don't want my girl, specifically, you already know the girls. I don't want you getting none of this girl boss bullshit implemented into your fucking brain. Like, I'd rather buy you V-Bucks, bro. I think that's another. I like that you brought that point up. I think that's a huge market that they're going to lose on. Is people who actually know what it is and would buy it for their kids. But they're like, yeah, I don't want my kids playing this woke bullshit. Because that's you already seen it. Remember, dude said it. Leave the kids alone. And a lot of, again, as parents who actually care, they are aware. You know, as a parent, you're aware of this woke mind bullshit. You're like, I want my kids far away from this fucking bullshit. I want them far away from this bullshit. I want them to know this shit ain't fucking normal. Even if it doesn't affect them, I want them to be like, no. The average person is straight. They ain't no fight. And they're just normal as motherfuckers, bro. If you meet someone that's gay, congratulations. You found a goddamn unicorn. I don't care if there's 10 unicorns in room. They're fucking unicorns, all right? They're not everywhere. Unlike
kind of the conversation that people are going to have in terms of is GTA 6 going to be woke or not.
Oh, it is.
The original creators of Grand Theft Auto have already left the studio. And on top of that, they've already been bringing up other ideologies that they want to just be able to implement into the game because they want the game to reflect what's going on in reality. And the more you hear about it, the more it doesn't really sound more like the satire game it's supposed to be, but it sounds more like, just more of a hub. Like the more you hear about the game, the more you hear about what's going on behind the scenes, the more it kind of sounds like this is going to be
GTA Online,
a lesser version of the game than what we're used to.
Yeah.
Not just GTA Online, but even like within the storyline itself.
True.
Because a lot of people are over here like, oh, I don't want like a female-led game. I'm fine with the female-led game.
Right.
But it also depends on how that female character is being played.
Right.
Like, there's a difference between old school Lara Croft Tomb Raider and new school Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Right. I mean, to me, here's the way. GTA 6 is definitely going to be a good. There's no denying. It's going to have its whatever, but it's going to be nowhere. Again, look at GTA 5. Remember when they got rid of they did some update where they got rid of like some quote trannies or some bullshit, whatever, and now they're gone, or I don't know, whatever. Shit like that. We're gonna see less satire, especially towards the LG. So it's gonna be made mad whack, unlike Vice City that made hella fun of those people, which was hilarious. Like, it's in the sense like, how GTA 5 is inferior to 4, 6 is gonna be inferior to 5. That's what I'm calling it. People are still gonna play it, love it, whatever, but a lot of the people like example, it's gonna have its funny moon face, just like Starfield. Like, let's say even I would enjoy it, but after I'll be like, yeah, it's whatever. Like, I don't see myself playing again. Like, even right now, I can play probably GTA 5 every now and then, but like, I don't have it in my hard drive. It's deleted. Whereas GTA 4 is still on my hard drive on PS3. That's the key difference. I can see myself going back on 4 more than 5. 6, I would get the disc, beat it, return it, probably never play it again. That's what I see. And mind you, in the future, I don't see it. I'm not really hard pressed to play. You already know I'm sick of open world games. Mind you, GTA is one of the better ones for sure. But you've been saying Starfield. Like, right now, open world games are not. Even ones that traditionally are good are bad. I don't think GTA 6 is gonna change that. If I'm being perfectly honest. Also, I'm gonna be honest. I'm burnt out on GTA. I can only shoot cops so many fucking times. And here's the thing. They keep saying this and that. They're focused on realism, dude. I think it's going to be a GTA 4 problem where they're not going to innovate on actual fun mechanics. And all of that shit's going to be on the online, and you already know I don't give a shit about GTA Online.
One of the things when it comes to Grand Theft Auto for me is like, when's the last time I played Grand Theft Auto?
Ooh.
I haven't touched Grand Theft Auto in years.
Ooh, yeah.
Mainly because I played Grand Theft Auto mainly for the storyline, and then that's it. Like,
Literally.
I don't like the online portion of the game. I kind of feel like it's dumb.
No, it is. It's trash. I said it
Like-
before. I don't know who the fuck plays that shit. It's boring as
Oh
fuck.
man, but don't you like be able to do like heists and stuff? It's
But
like
it's
if I wanna do
boring as
heists, I'll
hell.
play the heists. Like
Just
I'm not
payday.
gonna play Grand Theft Auto just to do heists
Literally.
and role play. That's another thing a lot of people like doing in the game is
Dude,
role playing, which I think is dumb as hell.
Dude, no. Ricky, this is
You're already role playing as these characters. Now I'm gonna role play myself in real life, but doing something completely different than what I'm doing in real life.
or boring.
Fucking weird.
Here's the other thing. I think first of all, role playing in GTA is weak and it's stupid as fuck and it's boring as shit. Like it's like, dude, the world doesn't facilitate for role playing. And remember, here's the other thing the way to put it, bro. You already know I am a professional BB tag role player. Our role plays go hard. We put GTA role plays to shame. And what do we have? A lobby with fucking chibis, bro. Pathetic. We have less and we do more. Y'all have this world and everything. Y'all don't do. Like literally, I was watching one time my homie do this quote roleplay. Dude, it was the most boring shit I ever seen in my fucking life. Homie was in a car for like an hour. I'm like, what are you even doing? What is this roleplay? Like what the? Like it's not like a GTA roleplay is the most boring shit on it. Like it said, like we never said the graphics. Like dude, it's just real life. That's boring. Like I'm on a roleplay, going to work. Like okay, it's fun if you do it for a day, but dude, wait. You're telling me there's dedicated communities for this? Like in Roblox, it makes more sense because it's cool because of the creativity. It's like, oh my god, you actually get to build. But in GTA, you don't build anything. You know what I'm saying? Like GTA is not like a thing built for role playing in any way. There's nothing creative. There's no gimmick. It's just real life, and real life is boring. Like you said, to me as a dedicated BB tag role player, what? I spit on GTA roleplay. You disgust me. And you want watch GTA roleplayers. Watch just half of my BB tag videos, and they're like, dude, what the fuck? Y'all go this hard over a game with chibis? I'm like, fuck yeah. To the point that it's dude, it is well known in the, think about it. Remember, this is the fighting community. Motherfucker's so serious, bro, that even people outside know about the role players and BB tag. It's like, oh yeah, you guys have a role players, don't you? Yeah. Isn't it that one dude who uses Yukiko and is like running in a circle? And I'm sitting here like nervous, like, oh fuck, they're talking about me. Like, dude, I love BB tag role. Did I ever tell you the one time I randomly popped in and pretended to be a fucking teacher? And there was a dude in the back who was AFK and he came back, he's like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, this is great. Like, hell no, dude. BB tag roleplay is actually fucking peak, dude. And why? Because we actually have creative people. People who like anime and shit. They go to anime communities. The average GTA player has no fucking creativity. They're just random fucking normies that have never done roleplay or D&D in their life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here coming at them, dude. I'm coming at them as a true fucking role player, bro. 1v1 me. BB tag roleplay lobbies, bro. Ain't coming at this neck. Anyways, yeah, no, the role playing thing to me is the cringiest thing. I'm like, dude, it's so lame. The characters look ugly as fuck too. I'm like, who role plays in GTA? That is cringe. That is mad cringe. And imagine being told by a dude with a fucking chibi, you're cringe. Like, damn, bro, get cooked. Like, fucking, you imagine at a con, someone's quote, let's say, oh, I'm cosplaying a GTA character, and I just come up with a chibi. I'm like, cuck. You just see me in the chibi outfit, and I point to them, cuck. Then I dab on him, dab. The fucking, like Squidward, that meme where the Squidward is, the dude's like, dab, and he actually dabs in the parade. Hit him with that shit, dude. But yeah, anyways, enough treating filthy GTA role players. Yeah,
is this still fucking going?
I know, and I was trying to wrap up. I was like, is that all we got? We're trying to wrap up because you mentioned GTA, because that is a big topic. I think I'll make it its own thing. That is a big thing. Is that all? Are we gonna end it up?
Well, I'm pretty sure if I start like dumpster diving, I can find a bunch of other stuff. Like we can still talk about the Switch 2. We'll just save it for another time with the rest of the guys.
True. Good. Yeah, no.
Subjects.
Okay, yeah, let's definitely wrap it up. This is good for us, and then from there we'll go like, what else is there? I mean, okay, just remember bookmark. And the Switch 2, I mean, I already don't give a fuck.
You know what? That's gonna be a part of the conversation.
Exactly.
Like, why would we honestly care about the Switch 2?
Yeah, it's definitely good to hear everyone's opinions. I mean, I don't know, like I said, maybe in the next one, because I do want to get, like I said, Kuro to talk about the state of the FGC, and I think that's what we should make the next one. You'd be down for it to be in that one, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See, there we go. I mean, that's what the fuck. And again, we'll even talk about the Switch, and I would actually like Kuro's thoughts on that, actually. Yeah, there we go. We have an actual focused topic, because that one's a big low. I mean, we talked kind of a little bit. I mean, we talked about the low. I think that's good. That's its own part, right? But like, no. We're talking about the state of the FGC as a whole. That's a whole can of worms, Because did you see some of the videos that popped off, right? That they're talking about, this is the state of the FGC, and of course my locals video. So I mean, I'll have you and specifically Kuro's thoughts. So, I won't go on it, and you'll touch a little bit more. Then we'll get Kuro's thoughts, right? So then we can get about as far as locals and stuff to kind of end off the topic, because we brought it up 3 times. But I think it is important, right? And you talk about esports as a whole, so that's great. That's the best part. So we can nub that, and then we can just solely focus on FGC to a degree. All right, cool. I think I'll end the recording. Mar, what do you want to say at the end of it?
Hey guys, thanks for coming into 2025. Hopefully you guys have just as much hate and anguish as I do going into 2025. We're gonna end up taking over. Indie games are currently going to kick everyone's ass. The only real game that's kind of popping off right now just so happens to be a Chinese communist game that everyone now is complaining about because it's doing all the things that people want. Besides, people don't want their information stolen, but at the same time, I mean, what were the other companies doing in the first place anyway?
That is true.
Um,
That is true.
Other than that, yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and sign this off the same way how I'll sign everything else off. If you don't know what to live for, just get away from Diddy's oil room.
God damn it! Now we're gonna have a mention of Diddy in the thing before, like, oh, people mentioned. Okay, all right.
Diddy Kong, people, Diddy Kong. Okay,
Yeah.
get it correct. Diddy Kong.
Whatever. Anyways,
Yes,
yeah, and I guess
he-
yo, guys, you guys are enjoying the videos I posted. Actually, last thing, did you ever watch the FGC video I talk about the leftism in the FGC or no?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, what were your thoughts on that? I feel like you have a quick one on that one.
I mean, we touched base on that right when I first came in.
True, you did.
The idea of bringing in politics in general instead of gaming,
Right.
is kind of like the ideology itself is fucking dumb.
Right.
And
yeah.
like
True.
we're already as diverse. We're probably the most diverse community of all places. Like gaming in general is extremely diverse and always has been diverse. But now you want to be able to bring in all these goofy ass ideologies and like the idea of bringing leftism inside of a community, you're literally like cutting off a large majority of your base
100.
because not everyone's a leftist.
Yeah,
like there's a large amount of people who are not a part of the left ideology. You're Xing them out in order for you to create a safe space that shouldn't technically be a safe space in terms of politics. The only place this should be in terms of a safe space for you, 100%, it should be I want to kind of escape a little bit and hang out with the homies and play video games. That's the only escapism you should be going for in terms of joining a community and playing video games with people.
Literally. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it. Other than that, if you're starting to add all this other extra shit, you're doing everything wrong. And you know what? I hate to be that guy, but you're not the type of person that needs to be here
100.
at all. Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
we
literally.
don't fucking
Get
need
the
you
fuck
here.
out.
Either we're gonna sit here and talk about inputs or how trash this fucking new local player is and how he's gonna eventually kick everyone's ass, or you get the fuck out. That's
Literally.
all we're fucking doing.
Thank
right?
you. All right, cool. And again, as you guys know, many update for the channel. You guys have been posting posts. Hope you guys enjoyed the stuff. Thank you for coming and everything. This is gonna be what I'll figure out the parts of you. So how did editing? And yeah, no, as you see, that was a project we're gonna be big VTuber, but that didn't happen. Today might be the first day I actually start deving. I have not had enough time. Fuck, I'm tired. I guess I got my new job and shit, and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, you guys don't know that yet, right? I have not announced that at all. But yeah, that's about it. I usually, you guys already like to do my announcements or dev updates or some bullshit, but you know what? It's the beginning of the year. So just know that, yeah, stuff's coming out. We're still doing Vibecast, clearly. I mean, we're a little bit. And this was impromptu. This just happened. Just impromptu. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah. And then we'll get an actual truly scheduled one with Kuro. Who knows when that pops up. And it's a stated that you see. Luckily, not too much. I mean, there was sadly a little bit, some pause. But, I mean, let's be real. It was inevitable. But don't worry, you guys. We will definitely not bring any of this shit up anymore. Unless, again, the next hot topic. Like, oh, my God. But, yeah. So thanks, Mar, and of course our guest. Even though he barely said too much, but it's fine. He might show up more. We'll see. All right. But thank you. Yeah, he's AFK right now. But yeah, thanks everyone, and remember, every day is great when you're chibi.